I know it is a relationship builder for sure because I do have a lot of customers who will tell me like I have thought about stopping them. Like because I mean
Mhm.
I do. I go through about 2 rolls of stamps a month and I have truly thought about stopping them several times, but when I reach out to like my VIPs and ask them, like there would be riots. They would like everybody looks forward to them.
Welcome to the Other 99% podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Duck, a coffee-loving direct sales enthusiast who's obsessed with a good digital system. Come join me for a realistic look into the world of direct sales. We'll explore inspiring perspectives, learn about unique business tips, and celebrate success stories that often go untold. Because on the Other 99%, every seller matters.
Hey everyone, it is me, Lisa, and welcome back to another episode of The Other 99%. I'm here with my co-host, Susan Larimer, and we have our special guest coming back to talk to us about something that you might wonder why we're talking about, but we have Amber here from Scentsy. So Amber, I want you to jump in. I know that you were on the podcast before and people may have heard your story already, but I want you to jump in and tell us just a little bit about who you are, what you do, all that stuff. And I want you to really tell us like what drew you to Scentsy and if there's a product out there that Scentsy has right now, if people need to go and buy it.
Okay. I'm Amber Grillot. I'm in Ohio. I have been with Sensei since 2016. I Okay, honestly, I joined on a whim. 100% honest. I didn't really even know what Scentsy was. They had a law enforcement warmer at the time, and my husband is in law enforcement, and somebody had tagged me. They were like, "Oh, you need this," and I was like, "Yeah, okay, cool, whatever." And I got it with the intention of just like decoration. It wasn't ever going to be used because I didn't really even know what it was. And then when I got it, the consultant I purchased it from, she sent me like a catalog and had reached out to me and talked to me that way. And when I joined, it was like a $50 join special or something like that. And I was remember going through the catalog and I was looking at everything in it that I wanted to get. And I was like, okay, well, if I do this, it's just going to be cheaper for me to join and I'll have made my money back. It's not a big deal. I'll have all of these scent testers, so I'll know what I want to order next time. Like I rationalized it down to the penny in my brain. Um, and then I did it, and then I'll never forget, and I don't know why, but I took my husband into our pantry for some reason, and I was like, babe, I did something. And he was like, well, what did you do? And I was
You
like,
cornered them in the pantry.
I don't really
I have a
100% know
secret
why.
to tell you.
Right, and I don't know why the pantry, like, it's not like I go in there and tell him secrets or anything. I truly have no idea, but I just remember us standing in the pantry and I'm like, I have to tell you something. I did something. And he was like, okay, what did you do? And I told him, and I'll never forget, he looked at me, he's like, babe, you've wasted $50 on a lot of other stupid things. This is fine. Like, like he didn't care. So
Funny.
the biggest thing he said was just don't be one of those spammy chicks. That's what he told me. He's like, other
Good
than that,
advice.
right. He was like, I don't care. So I just hit the ground running from there. But yeah, I don't quite 100% know why I did it in the pantry, but I did. I was like, and I really truly thought I was going to throw up. Like I don't know why, but I just did. Um, my favorite product that I think everybody should get is Sensei Fresh. I truly use it every day, multiple times a day. It is a fabric refresher spray. So think like your couches, your mattress, your curtains, your rugs, the dog bed, things like that that you can't clean or wash every single day. I have no lie, I have 3 bottles of different scents next to my bed, and I have 3 bottles of different scents next to our couch. And I spray it on the couches every either night before I go to bed or in the morning, and every morning when I wake up. And then there's a bottle that goes with me on vacation.
Wow. So not even like one of the warmers, not the
Nope.
tarts, not
Nope.
anything like that.
Nope. Sensei
Interesting.
Fresh. That is the thing that my husband uses it on his ballistic vest because you can't wash the panels. You can only take the outside cover off. So the panels you kind of wipe down, but you can't do it every single day. So he actually has a bottle of Sensei Fresh in his closet that he uses on his ballistic vest every single night.
Wow. Okay. So something very unique to your business. Since I am a customer of yours, I have received this and it is snail mail. You rely a lot on mailings. So tell us like where that idea came from. How did you start doing that?
It's actually common with Scentsy consultants, not all of them. Postage is expensive, but other consultants were doing it. First of all, it was like thank yous, like sending out a thank you. I felt that was very, very, very important. We have all ordered stuff from lots of other companies, direct sales companies, and things like that. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but 90% of the time I don't get a thank you card in the mail or anything like that. And so that was where it started, it was very, very important for me to send out a thank you card in the mail. So we started with that. And I started in September of 2016 at the very end of the month. We put out a scent and warmer of the month every single month. It is a different warmer and a different scent every single month. And I didn't know what that was October. So November is when I kind of like figured it out. Like, okay, we have a scent and warmer of the month, like figuring things out. And at that time, it was just social media. Like, that was the only thing you really did. I didn't do anything else, other than that. And I knew I had customers who were not on social media. And I was like, well, they're not seeing it.
Mhm.
That's when I got the idea. And it was just looking at other consultants and things like that and things that they were doing. But I just felt it was really important because you can swipe away a notification of Facebook, you could swipe away a text, you could swipe away email really quickly, or you forget to come back to it, or technology can be wonky. So it was important for me to send something in the mail that was cost effective for me and to have a sample in it, because everybody gets crap and bills in the mail. Even if you have zero desire whatsoever to order from me that month, I am going to probably place money on it that you're still going to open up that envelope and smell it, because there's something in it that smells good. So you're going to see my name every single month that you get your mailer. Every single month, they're seeing my name. They know who I am, and they're remembering what I do.
Fact. I open it up and I know there's a scratch and sniff in there, and I'm like, okay, what is it? And then I'm like, okay, I need to write this down because next time I order, I want that scent. So
Yep.
It's working for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the fact that you do snail mail, because I mean, I don't think people realize like the impact that it can have on people. So I just recently, it was funny because just recently got a handwritten thank you card in the mail. And you open it up and you're like, wow, like that's kind of different. Wasn't expecting that. Like, thank you so much. It just makes you feel that little bit special, right? Somebody took the time to put this together, address it, stamp it, send it out. And just to say thank you, or just to say, thanks for being a great customer, or hey, this is something that I have to offer you. So I absolutely love that. So I want you to share, how do you how do you keep your ideas fresh and fun for your customers? Like, what do you do?
So, like I said, every month we have a scent warmer of the month. So the front, and it's changed. I probably have done 37 million different variations as the years have went on. But currently, it is a rack card front and back. And the front is our scent and warmer of the month. It talks about what the warmer is. It talks about the scent, what kind of scent it is, cost, things like that. And then there's always a sample on it. Then on the back, it is whatever I know, because we don't always know what is going to happen in the next month. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It is whatever I would like to focus on for the next month, be it a bundle that I'm doing, or if I know, like, we just had a collection drop and we had the information prior, so all of that information was on there. If I want to highlight a specific product, if I want to highlight a fundraiser or things like that, I just try to keep it different on the back. It's always different on the back every single time. It just depends on what's going on or what I want to focus on. And then when we switch catalogs twice a year, they get a special one that's got 10 scratch and sniff stickers on it for all 10 brand new scents. And then we do have a catalog that's a front and back that I'm able to fold up. It's a one sheet front and back. So I am able to essentially send a full catalog for one stamp. So when the catalog switches, they get that too.
So when you're sending it, it's just like a
Yep.
rectangular rack card, front and back, and you shove it in an envelope.
Yep, shove it in an envelope, stamp it, and go. My philosophy is one regular stamp. I know you're in Canada, but I'm not dealing with the butterfly stamp. I don't want to deal with a postcard stamp. It's lazy in a way. I just don't want a whole bunch of other different kinds of stamps sitting around my house. I just stick with one stamp that could be used for bills and for business, just to keep it simple. And yeah, it just goes, if I can ship it for one stamp, I'm going to do it. And I've gotten it down to a science on my mailers and my thank you. So
Yeah, and there's a lot of information that you pack on those cards. I mean,
I
there's a
try.
lot you can pack on there and put it in an envelope for one stamp. So then also in the envelope comes a little raffle ticket. I should have brought mine down, but I
Yes.
get a little raffle ticket
I know. Were
every
you the
month.
winner this month?
No, I have not won yet. So tell us how that idea came to be and tell us about it. How does it work?
I have no idea who reads it because we all do things in our business and we have no idea if anybody's reading it, looking at it, anything on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have no idea. So, me and another consultant were talking about it, and I was like, I need to figure out a way because again, lazy, I don't want to have to reach out to everybody. I mail out about 125 to 150 a month. I don't want to reach out to 125 to 150 people every single month. But like, did you get your mailer? Like, it feels creepy and weird, and like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So, I was like, what can I do? And I want to spoil my customers. Like, you can shop from any consultant. I want you to shop for me and I want to thank you for shopping with me. So that was where the raffle ticket came in to play. And I truly, I have the roll the raffle tickets and I sit down and I glue dot them on the bottom. And if you remember the first time I did it, it was on its own separate card. And I just didn't want to buy the cards again and I didn't want to print them out. Like, ink ain't cheap. So I was like, how can I get this on the rack card? And then I was like, well, if I stick it on the bottom of the rack card, then they have to keep the whole entire rack card that has all of the information for the month on it. So that was how it happened. And so I just stick it on there. I truly have no idea because I don't know whose goes with what because I will sit down and do my mailers in like a system. I print them out on one day and cut them on one day. And then one day I will sit down and watch TV and I will put the raffle ticket at the bottom. The next day, I'm like stuffing envelopes or putting samples on. Like, I truly have no idea who gets which ticket. So I was like, I just stick it on there and then I draw it. I actually put it on my to-do list for tomorrow. I have to draw July's because July's mailer just went out. So I draw it, I record it, and then I also send it out in a text and an email the next day. The 15th, I do it on my VIP group. And then the 16th, there's an email and a text that goes out letting everybody know what the winning numbers are. And every month is a different prize. It's truly just something that I have sitting in my house that is not too expensive to ship and currently right now cannot melt.
Yeah, how about it?
So what do people have to do to get a mailer or to get a raffle ticket? And what does the winner of the raffle ticket get?
To get on my mailing list, you can sign up. I have a sign up sheet for a monthly mailer. You can get that in or make a purchase. And then you're on my monthly mailer list for a specific period of time, depending on which way you do things. And then I have done everything from a pack of cotton cleanups to hand soap to a bar to dryer sheets to literally whatever I'm sitting around. Like, I don't know until I'm like writing out the post. I have no rhyme or reason, which is really weird because I am actually very organized. But for some things, I'm just like, whatever. Like, it's truly whatever caught my eye that's sitting on my shelf.
So the raffle ticket almost serves as a way for you to see who opened, like an email. You can check your email analytics, but you can't check snail mail analytics. So this is your way of working around that to find out. And it's truly when I get the text like, hey, are you a winner? It's not like if I didn't know you were using a system and all these other people were getting the same message, I would think it was just you like, Susan, like, check your ticket. It's so personal and so casual that it's not like, hey, girl, blah, 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 blah. Like, some people can see right through that. But this comes across and I'm like, oh, like Amber. I'm like, wait a minute. It's automated.
People, I'm individually messaging 150 people. Don't lie.
But it is you. It is coming from you. But I love it. I love it. And then you gave a good tip too. You said, take a picture of the raffle ticket.
Because everybody kept saying, oh my God, I lost it.
Yes, because it's just a little blue ticket. So when you take a picture of it, then you can check. Yes, exactly. So can you show us do you have one right there? I should have brought
I do.
Oh,
this
okay.
one, I will say this one is crappy because my printer decided to be a jerk at the moment. So half my mailers went out with like no blue ink and half went out with ink. And I was just like, I literally wrote on it, my printer sucked. Sorry. Like, that was what I did instead of reprinting them.
And this is Amber. This is why we love Amber.
It is. I'm very like anti-professional. So it's a front and back. This is a sucky one, but it'll have the scent warmer on the month. And then it has all the information about the scent. And then over there is usually a picture of a bar, room spray, and a scent circle. And then, yes, at the bottom, the ticket goes right here.
Yep.
And then on the back is whatever I want to highlight. So for July, I'm highlighting my monthly bundle. So it's always different, but yeah, it's just a little rat card. And then, yeah, I glue dot their little raffle ticket to the bottom. And then I have ready high tech. I have everybody's raffle ticket in just a little Tupperware container. And that's it. Like, it's nothing special. Sometimes I have a kid draw it if they're not being moody. I've literally had the dog draw one. Like, we dropped it and the dog stepped on one, and that's the one we used. So yeah, it's super duper high tech over here.
And then where do you get the little scratch and sniff? Does Scentsy provide them?
Yes, we do have. Scentsy does provide us with the scratch assist stickers, and then sometimes I'll do wax samples. Like, we can do those in felt. It just depends. It truly, truly just depends on my mood, and I don't want anybody to ever feel like they're gonna always get and then be like, she didn't send me that. So I'm truly like random because I don't want anybody to get expectations.
Yeah. And I love that because, sometimes like if it says peach fizz, you're like, okay, I know what peach smells like. But sometimes they have names of things that aren't like, they're more emotions. You're like,
our names are wackadoodle. I tell people that all the time. Like, we have some great names, but the descriptions, I'm like, right now it's like cloud musk. What the heck is cloud musk?
Right. I have a couple upstairs and I'm like, you have to smell it. That's my point. You have to smell it to know if you're going to like it or not. You can't go by the name sometimes.
No, sometimes you can. Some are, you really can, but no. Yeah, like this one for next month, it literally is. Oh, I didn't write it on there because I didn't like it. But yeah, it's like cloud
Luck of the Rainbow. That was a good one.
Oh my God, Luck of the Rainbow was so good.
And she kept saying, like, it smells like Lucky Charms. And I got it. Or was it Lucky Charms?
Fruit Loops. Yeah. It smells just straight Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops, yes. And so I'm like, okay, Luck of the Rainbow. You can't tell what that's going to smell like. But when I smelled it, Fruit Loops, it was amazing. One of my favorites.
My favorite scent is Eskimo Kiss. So that's another one. Like, what does that smell like?
That one's minty.
It's like,
that one's minty.
I love Eskimo Kiss. I like have the big bars and it's so
is that good. Seasonal or is that all the time?
That one's winter.
Okay.
Yeah. I stock up for sure. All right. So I heard that you also do something with like monthly fundraisers. How does that pull into things?
My goal is to always do at least one fundraiser a month, and it's for anybody whoever needs some funds. Like, let's do a fundraiser, and I like to try highlight it every month. I try not to do more than one a month because I would really like to give that focus to that one fundraiser, and it will go out in my newsletters. It goes out in my monthly mailer. It's highlighted in my VIP group. It's just something I feel like I should, give back. The big one that I do is for Ronald McDonald House in the Cincinnati area, and I do that one January, February, and March. And it just depends. Like, every fundraiser is different as far as some want money, some want products, some like cheerleading fundraisers, local, like they're going to do much better with an order form than if I just give them a link. And some places are going to do better with a link. Like, it just depends. And I always tell everybody, like, we need to have a chat before you do a fundraiser so we can figure out what's the best one that's going to work for you to get you the most bang for whatever you want. Because it's not a one size fits all. I mean, it's just, if I gave 6-year-old cheerleaders a link to shop a whole entire catalog, nothing's going to happen. Mm-hmm. But if I give them an order form with like 2 products, specific scents, and that tell them to go to all of the parents sitting there at cheer practice and football practice, they're going to do much, much better. So it all just depends. But I try to do at least one fundraiser a month. And then if you personally bring me a fundraiser, if you're like, hey, I know an organization that needs funds or they need product or whatever, and they say yes, and you hook me up with the person or stuff like that, every fundraiser generates what we call host rewards. And if that fundraiser says, yes, since you brought it to me, I will give you the host rewards, or I will have you split it with the organization if that's what they want, if they want product.
Nice. Cool. Okay, we're going to switch gears a little bit. In the world of technology, everyone is so focused on the next digital way to get our message out, the next digital way to sell our products. Sell us on why you think snail mail is the way to go.
Because you're going to open it. You can swipe away an email. You can swipe away a text. You can accidentally delete them. They go in the other folder that nobody knows how to get to. I mean, they just can. Facebook is wonkadoodle in its notifications, or technology is amazing and it's a necessary. But the only thing I have to worry about with the post office and doing snail mail is if the post office delivers it, which sometimes they don't. I mean, they are hit or miss, but I feel I get more of an open rate from snail mail than I do like an email or a text, because they know that there is something in it that smells good. And a lot of times their whole mailbox smells good.
Yeah.
So they know like everything.
It ooze out of the envelope. Like,
It does. So it helps. And they see my name. They literally see my name and they think Scentsy. And if they're not shopping with me and they're shopping with another consultant, then that's fine. I help that other consultant. You know, they are going to think of Scentsy, and they're going to hopefully think of me every single month that they get it.
mm-hmm.
Now, do you find that that helps you build connections with your customers? And do you think you've gotten new customers because people are talking about like, oh, Amber sends me this and da 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 da?
I know customers from it, but I know it is a relationship builder for sure, because I do have a lot of customers who will tell me like I have thought about stopping them. Like, because I mean, I go through about 2 rolls of stamps a month, and I have truly thought about stopping them several times. But when I reach out to like my VIPs and ask them, like, there would be riots. They would like, everybody looks forward to them. Kids look forward to them. Like, I hear that a lot too. I don't know where my raffle ticket is because my teenager stole my mail. Or the kids took the sticker sheet or things like that. Like, I hear that a lot. So even if they don't buy anything, I know it's at least bringing joy to their house. I mean, and that's good. So I don't know if I've ever gotten a customer, but I do know that I have gotten orders from them. And I do know that it does bring joy to my customers, and it gives me a communication point.
Yeah, I love it. I love receiving them. Okay, so let's talk about logistics. How much is I don't even know how much one stamp is anymore. Is it like 70?
I'll be honest, I don't know, because I have
So
to
how
Google
much is like a roll?
A roll is 100 stamps. I know that. So what is that, like $75 or something like that? If there's 75 cents, is that the math on that? I don't math. I don't know.
I don't math either. I think that's right.
Yeah. If it's 75 cents and
Yeah.
100, yeah.
But what I've learned, and I've done for many, many years, is I actually Googled how, like, when I was doing like 100, because I kind of blew up very, very quickly. And I was like, I can't, how 100 stamps in a month is a lot. That's a roll of stamps. And I was like, crap. So I started Googling, and wedding invitations was what kept coming up. When people are sending out a ton of wedding invitations, like if you think back to your wedding, you sent back a ton of invitations. And the way to get cheaper
for like 25 cents when I got married.
I know. But I guess you can get stamps on eBay. You can get stamps on eBay, you can get stamps on Amazon, you can get stamps on Walmart. So I have become a pro with that, and I have not paid full price for a roll of stamps in 6 years.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, how
Now
much?
there are
What kind of discount? How do you get a discount on stamps? I don't.
No idea. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. If it's shady practices, I have no idea, and I don't want to know. I just appreciate the discount.
Yeah.
Go on eBay and you search a roll of stamps, forever stamps. They have to be the forever stamps.
Right.
And I always Google what the current prices of stamps are now, so that I know what it is. And as long as it's cheaper, I don't care if it's $5 a roll cheaper. I don't care if it's $10 a roll cheaper. If it is cheaper and it is free shipping, and whoever is selling it has at least a 99.9 rate on their eBay account of more than 5 people,
yeah,
I'm good. And I'm going to order it. Same thing, Walmart. I have gotten, what did I get? I just got 6 rolls of stamps for like $250, which I don't know what that comes out to. I don't remember. Let's see.
Let's math, friends.
Do you guys have 40? Like
Wow.
Do you guys have like Costco down there or anything like that?
We do, but it's still not even that great of a deal. And then I would have to drive to Costco.
Yeah. We have that up here, and I do a lot of online Costco shopping, and you can get the stamps. So for any Canadians listening, Costco is your go-to for stamps.
Yeah. I mean, it's expensive because not only is it snail mail, I'm also doing thank you mail. For every order, they get a thank you mail and it's a stamp. So there are times in the fall winter I'm going through 2.5 rolls of stamps a month.
Wow. Okay, that's a great tip.
Yeah, eBay. And then if you use Rakuten, which is that like shopper like thing, like I don't remember, like rebates or something. It used to be called
Yeah.
eBay. If you
Then you get
use,
money.
yeah, you get cash back then too. Like, oh girl, I do it and
You
I
got girl
shop.
math going on.
I do, but you have to. But yeah, as long as I don't care if it's $5 a roll cheaper, and I will tell you it is cheaper if you buy more than one roll. So I usually buy 4 to 6 rolls at a time, which is quite a chunk of money at one time, but it is cheaper overall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
You know what's coming because I'm your systems girl. How the heck do you keep track of it all? Like, what do you do?
A Google spreadsheet. It is a spreadsheet. I have everybody's name. You would be very impressed. Most people's eyes would cross. It's got everybody's names, their addresses all out. And then I have rows for every month. So every month they purchase, I stick their total in there so that it's a running total year to date, how much that customer has spent with me. And then you continue to get a monthly mailer as long as you have purchased for 6 months. If you make a purchase, it's 6 months. And then if you purchase sometime within that 6 months, your 6 months starts over again. You know what I mean? It's a rolling 6 months. So I have on there the date of their last purchase on my spreadsheet. And when they make a purchase, I just update the date. And then when it is time for me to do my monthly mailers, I sit down and I look and see what's the date that's going to fall off this month. And I star everybody and they get a little thing in their mailer that says this is their last month and there's a coupon. And then they go into a text and an email campaign reminding them of their coupon because I wish everybody would remind me of my coupons. So I remind everybody of their coupons and that they're going to expire, things like that. And then after that, they just fall off. So it sounds complicated and it sounds like a lot of steps, but it really, really, really isn't.
And do you track what the scents or the samples were that you sent so that if somebody messages you, oh, you sent me something 2 months ago and it was so smelled.
I am OCD and I send everybody the same thank you sample the same month. So like July's sample will be the same for everybody and June's sample was the same for everybody. Same thing with their monthly mailer because it's the sample that is whatever the scent of the month is for that month. So
But
it
do
does
you
make
keep track of that? Like you have a
I
spreadsheet like June is this scent, July. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Of
do.
course.
I do. I am OCD that way. Now sometimes it does get off and I'll be like, and I did get lazy and I didn't track, but for the most part, I would say yes, everything is tracked. I have in there like what sample was their thank you, what sticker was their thank you, and then I have it tracked what every scent and warmer of the month is. So yes, I do track it.
Of course.
I know, I know, I know.
Have you ever had mail come back to you, like returns? Like people move all the time. So does that happen often, or how do you keep your addresses up to date?
Maybe I would say maybe like 5 a year, but the thing with the post office is it'll take months. Like it'll be if I send it out like in February, I will not get it returned back to me until like June. They're really, really bad about that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, when I send out the text about their raffle ticket, they're like, "Why didn't get my mailer?"
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm like, "Did you move?" And they're like, "Well, no." I said, "Well, then your mailman stole it and you need to go beat him up." Like that's the conversation that goes down. So that's how I kind of keep track. And then I do, as orders come through, I do double check to make sure addresses haven't changed when people's order
Okay.
comes through. But I don't get a lot. Like honestly, I don't. I would say maybe 5 to 7 a year at the very, very most
Good. Good.
that I know of.
All right. I want to dive into this because I mean, I could see this being used for not just Scentsy. However, Scentsy has like the easy button with the scratch and sniff stickers and stuff like that. But what kind of advice would you give someone who is maybe just starting out their business or just wants to start up the snail mail thing? Like, what can you do? Like, because I'm sure most people aren't going to be able to just like flip a switch and start sending out 150 mailers each month, right? So what's your process like? I'm sure you have team asking you what to do. So what do you tell them?
I said start with thank yous. My husband has a business. He has a tree removal business, and I actually make him send thank you cards to all of his customers, and he hates me for it. But I do, because I'm like, he was like, nobody cares. And I was like, send a thank you card. So he does send a thank you card, and I always say start there because that's one thing. I get the monthly mail is hard and it can be expensive and it can be very overwhelming. And I'll be honest, a lot of consultants don't stick with it because it can be a process if you don't have a system in place for it or if you're not chill with it. Like so many people are like, I have to do the whole entire thing right now, right today. And I'm like, dude, just piece it out and it's not a big deal. But if you were starting out, I would say definitely do a thank you card. Do a thank you card with something in it. If you do makeup, send them like a routine map. Do you know what I mean? Like make sure you do this first and this second and this third and this fourth, like something like that. If
Mm-hmm.
you do pampered chef or a food thing, send a recipe. For us, I could give you a list of things that I can send for one stamp. If your jewelry, a tip on how to like store your jewelry. There's always something that we can send in a thank you card that's just a little bit more than just a thank you and start there. And then hopefully maybe you'll then progress into the monthly mail, but if not, at least sending a thank you card with something more than just, hey, thanks for your order, I think goes a long way. So
Yeah,
that's where I would tell everybody to start is just start with a thank you card with a little extra oomph in it.
that's good. So is there like a snail mail win that you can think of, like a specific time when snail mail really came back to you in a positive way?
Usually it's when I hear the kids are taking it. Like it seems so silly. And it's not like a win as far as like it brought me a sale or anything like that. But I do absolutely love hearing when they're like, I didn't get my mail because my kids stole it. Because it does make me laugh. Like, I know that defeats the purpose of it and that's not what they're supposed to do. But I do love it when they're like, my kid stole it. Or the one she was like, I had to go and get it when she went to sleep because it was under her pillow. Things like that. I do love that. And I do love when you'll be surprised how many people do not claim their raffle winnings. You would be very, very surprised.
As soon as you text me, I'm like, where's my phone? I need to get my ticket.
Yeah, I think I have been doing it for about 6 months now, 4 months, 6 months, and I've maybe had three months where a winner claimed it. So I'm like 50%.
Really?
Yes. So
Wow.
when somebody claims their raffle prize, I'm like, yay! Which is, again, it's not a sale or anything like that, but that to me is very, very exciting.
Yeah. Nice.
That's awesome. Now I know that you're a busy business builder. Like really you are. You do like all the things, right? And you did touch a bit on your system for doing your mailers. But tell us a little bit more, like how long does it actually take you? Is there a specific time in the month that you have blocked off to get it done? And like just sort of give the listeners maybe a little bit of a tip because I'm sure there's some people sitting there thinking like, wow, this is a lot of work. I can't fit that into my day, right?
Right, yes, it does sound very overwhelming. 100%, I understand that. So for a Scentsy consultant, we know at the beginning of the month what the next month's warmer is. So I know July 1st. I have to think of my month. I will know July 1st what the August warmer and scent of the month is. So I can start planning the front of my mailer right then and there. Now, the back of my mailer takes a little bit longer because that's usually something that I want to highlight or if something is going to be happening within the month. So that's different. But I would say start with that. Just get the front of it done. And then we also, as consultants, are able to get the scent warmer of the month early. And that cycles for us on the 15th. And then we usually get it around like the 18th or so. So my goal is to have mine completely created and printed by the time the 15th hits. So they're completely created. I have them printed. And then I sit down and watch like trash TV and cut them. Like it's everybody, don't lie. Everybody sits and watches something and scrolls on their phone. Like,
Well, I'm guilty of that.
right,
Yeah.
who
I'm
just
I'm
sits
a
and
binge
watches?
watcher.
Yeah, who just
Yeah.
sits and watches TV and that's all they're doing? Like, nobody.
Yeah.
So instead of scrolling, I will cut my mailers. And then, so that I want to have all that done by the 15th. And then, like the 16th or the 17th, I'm going to print off the address labels. And again, while I'm watching TV, I'm going to stick address labels on the envelope. And then the next day, that's when I'm going to start putting samples on. Again, while I'm watching TV, like none of this is like hard. I will say it does take me about like 4 to 5 days to get them all done, but
Mhm.
that's because I'm doing it a piece at a time. I'm just, like I said, I'm doing it when I'm watching TV. Like, it's not a real big deal. And that's about it. My goal is to have them out by the 24th or the 25th of the month so that they're in my customers' hands prior to the 1st, so that if they want anything on it, I can order it right away on the 1st for them. So I can get pre-orders and front load my month. We do have many warmers that sell out literally at like 1 a.m. on the 1st. We've had it
Wow.
many, 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 many times. So I'm very big on, I want them to have it ahead of time and I want to front load. I'm not a scrambler. I hate scrambling at the end of the month. It drives me bonkers. So this is my way of front loading the month and letting people know what's going on.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that you probably have a Canva template that you populate every month. So
Yes.
there's the easy button,
Yes.
right? Place. Then you're taking and doing one task at a time. So you'll grab your scent scratch and sniff scent stickers and stick those. I'm having a trouble saying that one. The mouthful to me today. But you have you drop that on, you stick that on your card. Then the next day, maybe you're going to put the raffle ticket on your card. So it's like all you do is have your glue, you dots, and the raffle tickets and the cards there. And so you put those into a pile, done. Then you're not handwriting addresses, it's printing them off on labels and then just sticking them on the envelopes. Then one day you're going to stuff the envelopes. Yeah, so having a system like that would definitely speed up the process and be less overwhelming than trying to, okay, let me put a sticker, like a raffle
Yes.
ticket of this, I'm going to stuff it, because you get into the routine where it's just like slap, slap, slap.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. It is time consuming, like I won't lie. And I mean, there are the every 6 month ones. That one is a lot more labor intensive because I'm putting 10 different stickers on it and I'm putting extra things in it. And there are months where it is a lot more of a process, but it's still, you have an idea of what's going to happen through the month, really. So if I know I'm going to have a particularly busy month, then I'm going to start them way, way earlier just so I can make sure that they're still going to go out on time. It's just a piece at a time. Like I said, ain't nobody watching TV, really just watching TV. We're all scrolling while we watch TV. And don't lie
Yeah.
and say you do because
Yeah.
it's a fact. So instead of scrolling, I'm going to do a little bit of work while I watch traders. It's not a big deal.
So do your kids ever help? I know your kids are the
No,
same
I
age as
would
my
no.
kids. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
No, are you kidding? No. No.
if they
I
were
was
No.
going to say,
little,
if
they
you have a
might, but they're too old.
if you have a handy teenager that likes to help out, like this is a great job to pass off to them
Oh
if they
yeah.
want
Yeah,
to participate.
For
Oh
money. They're
yeah.
going to ask you for
Yeah.
money. They're
yeah,
going to
Yeah.
ask you for money. And I'm
right.
not going to give money. No, I don't mind. My husband will grab them every once in a while. Like if I'm sitting there working, like he'll be like, hand me half your stack. And I'm like, okay. Like I don't mind it because it's either that or I'm going to watch and scroll. It's one or the other. So it's really, to me, it's really not like a huge deal. I just sit down, watch TV and put the stuff on and then I stick it to the side and then I do something the next day.
Okay, so you have a website.
Yes.
Tell us your website. Tell us where everyone can find you.
It is Amber Grillot, AmberGrillot.com. Then I'm the same on Instagram. I'm the same on Facebook. So same, Amber Grillot everywhere. I try to keep it simple. I try to keep it easy. Follow at your own risk because things are crazy. Like I'm a mess. Like they know me. You guys know me. I'm real and I'm honest. And I will tell all of your listeners I have a bra on today, and that's like a really big deal because 9 times out of 10, no, 10 out of 10, I am in my pajamas with no bra on doing my job. That's my biggest thing is like I make money in my pajamas with no bra on. So today I do from the waist up, I do have a shirt on that's nice. I have a bra on. I did my hair and I did my makeup. Now below it is short.
I had to laugh because I'm like, Amber, by the way, we're doing video this time. And she's like, great, I have to put a bra on. And I'm like, okay.
I
Amber
just
is
don't. That's just my life.
unapologetically Amber.
I
That's what
am.
you
I mean,
are. We love you.
I think my biggest thing is my husband has a really stressful job. He is in law enforcement. He has an extremely stressful job. And he tells me all the time, like, he's like, I deal with dead bodies all day long and telling people that their family member died.
Mm.
He's like, so if your people are getting this stressed out over some wax and warmers, he's like, you really don't need to deal with them because there's a lot of bigger problems in the world than wax and warmers and things that smell good. And same thing with my job. He was like, do you love what you do? And I said, well, yeah. He was like, well, then enjoy it. He's like, because I have to go to work and wear an extra 20 pounds of gear. He's like, and it's hot. He's like, you could just sit at home. Like, enjoy it and relax. So the
Yeah.
joke is like, if I'm wearing real clothes, I can't do work because I'm leaving. Like, I know that sounds so crazy, but if I have real clothes on, my brain won't function. It's like it knows I'm leaving the house, and it's like, we're not doing any work today. You have to leave at some point.
That's
But if
so
I
fun.
have my pajamas on, man, I am going to bust it out. I am going to get work done. We are motivated. We are like, the brain is firing because I have my pajamas on and it knows I'm staying home.
The
I
opposite for
love
me. If
that.
I have my PJs on, there's no work happening.
I
None.
know.
I have to get dressed and put makeup on and do my hair to be like, okay, I'm in work mode.
Yeah, I don't. It's so weird. It's so weird. I'm different, and it's how it is. And I'm honest. And like I said, I if you ever watch a live with me, more than likely I don't have a bra on. So if you want to zoom in and check it out, that's, props to you. I don't care. But I mean, it's the facts.
Alrighty, Amber. Well, let's wrap this up because I'm going to ask you. This is my favorite question. It's like, and I know you've given one on the past episode, so let's see if we can pull a different one out of you. But what's a quote that you think that every direct seller needs to hear?
Especially right now. You just don't. It's hard. It's hard. Right now is hard. I ain't gonna lie. Right now is hard. But it is just a moment. And you have to remember everything that you've already created and done. Like, the big negative moments or the low moments, they're always very loud. And even in your regular life, if you think about like your kids, a lot of times you remember all the times that they were bad, especially when they're being bad. Like, you're like, oh my gosh. Like, big moments tend to be really bad moments, or they're just louder than the rest. You have to stop and remember and look back at everything you've created. And this is just a small little moment in that. So when it feels really hard, like it does right now, take a minute and be like, okay, but look, you really started out as a consultant. One person. You started out at one person with no customers, not a one, not a daggone one. But how many customers do you have now? Even if you only have 5, that's more than you started out with. And if you have a team, if you have one person on your team, that's one more than you started out with. So you created that and you did that all by yourself, and be proud of that and lean into that when things feel really tough, and just know it's just a moment. It's going to change. It will change. If anybody who's been around for a while knows that this is what it was like in 2018, 2019, 2017. This was exactly what it was. And we just don't remember it, but it was. This is what it was before COVID. It'll come back.
For sure. All right. Well, Amber, I want to thank you so much for sharing. I'm sure that people have I hear all the time that I got my notepad out and I'm taking notes. And this is definitely one of those episodes where they're taking notes and writing fast because you're a fast talker. You weren't going super speed, but I'm sure they're going to have a bunch of takeaways. And again, I want to thank you so much for joining us. And I invite everybody to come back and join us for next week's episode of The Other 99%. Take care, everyone. Bye.
That's a wrap for today's episode of The Other 99%. We just want to say thank you. It truly means the world to us that you're here. Lisa and I absolutely love creating these episodes for you, and we're so grateful to have you in our community. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to like, share with a friend, leave a review, and subscribe so you never miss a new episode. We drop fresh content every Tuesday. Got thoughts, questions, or ideas? Leave us a comment. Want to be a guest on the show? We would love to chat with you. Apply by clicking the link in the show notes. Thanks again for spending time with us today, and we'll catch you on the next episode of The Other 99%.